Hopefully we can get more foster parents, because I hate getting those emails of all these kids. I'm all, let's just take them all.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Roseanne.
And you're foster parents.
We are.
How long have you been foster parents?
We've been foster parents with Annabella in our house since June, so for 7 months now.
Yep.
Okay, great. So Rosie, you had Jake come to you and say, I think we ought to be foster parents. What were your thoughts?
I said, sounds good to me.
We have 3 older daughters, and they were all on board.
Interesting. Tell me a little bit about why you were supporting, why you wanted to do that.
Because when I was younger, when I was a baby, I was adopted.
Really?
Yeah. And so that just brought up all the memories, and I'm like, you know what, let's do this. Let's give another child a better home.
So tell me how you got interested in adoption. This is a great story.
No,
It is.
I have older daughters that have TikTok. I downloaded it. I started watching some, and I guess that has a little rhythm when you start looking at the same things that start feeding you more and more of the same stuff. So I'm sitting there, and I'm going through it, and it starts showing me videos of girls thanking their fathers for taking them in and adopting them and different things. And I started getting emotional, and it started feeding me more and more of the same stuff. And next thing I knew, I was looking at the Arizona Heart Gallery.
How long did it take you to become foster parents after you decided to?
We started in February, and then we completed in March.
Wow.
Yeah, I think April we got our license. In April.
Wow. So we're talking...
Within about 60 to 75 days, we were licensed with it. So we pushed through everything and did all the classes.
And then we had Annabella starting in May, started doing visits, and
And now you are adopting.
Yeah.
We are. So that comes in the next 30 days.
And this is someone that you fostered for a few months, and then you decided to adopt. How tough? Tell me about that. How hard was that to work through the adoption?
Well, we worked a lot with the group homes, so we jumped right in. Right when I decided we'd do this, I started looking at where the weak points were with the foster care system, and I said, hey, the worst place for these kids to be, in my opinion, and was in the group homes, and wanted to go dive in and work with a lot of those kids that didn't have foster families, that were sitting there with 10 kids in one house. And so we started doing parties and activities and volunteering and working with multiples, and we ran across, during that process of getting licensed, Annabella, and she just took with our daughters and Roseanne and everybody, and we reached out to her and said, hey, would you want to come live with us? And that's how it started. So we had a little bit of a relationship before the May, because when February we started, I mean, the week that we did that, we were diving in the next week into the group homes and got into a couple of them and started working with those kids right away.
So you do more than just your own family. You have now opened your arms to all kinds.
I would take them all.
We did a Christmas for like 70 kids in foster care, working with 7 different group homes, and have personal relationships with a lot of those kids. We can only take in so many, or have so many that are actually members of our family, but I want to work with the kids as they age out of the system. And hey, I have a construction company. Can we supply jobs or different things to these kids? And the kids that can't make it or can't go to college or some of those things, hey, I have trade base, I have different businesses, and I think our business local community needs to help out with these kids.
One of the struggles, as you well know, is that the system kicks them out at 18. As if they're prepared for the world at 18. I was not at 18, but
and it's one thing if they were sitting there with foster families and they had the freedom of that. A lot of these kids grow up and there's not enough foster families, so they're sitting in these group homes, and they're a lot more restrictive on them, and they turn 18 and they're pretty much on their own without a family, without anyone to take care of them.
What's been the hardest thing to be a foster mom?
Breaking through her walls. Really, that's like been the hardest, but we've been doing it slowly, and like more recently she's been coming out of her shell and like being more like fun and active, and Oh yeah.
And what's been some
My
of your
favorite?
fun or favorite?
Okay, my favorite was we went shopping at the mall, and we took a friend and another two friends, and she calls me and says, "Can I come shopping with you?" And she just wanted to be like my little buddy. Yeah,
Isn't that great?
I love it. Yeah.
That's fun. What was the hardest thing for
I
you,
think
Jake?
integrating as a family, anytime you change dynamics and you bring someone new in the house, I mean, I have older girls, but just trying to show equal attention and love and support to all of them. And dealing with just, again, like Rosie said, with each of these kids, they've gone through a lot in their lives and they just need to feel love and secure, but it just takes time.
Yeah.
And so it's just time.
So tell me about a fun thing.
I love, she's so good at texting and different things. And so, I mean, we have some cute conversations on text, and she'll just say how much she loves us and different things on text. And I think that's a great way of, we've learned to express feelings back and forth. I mean, as she's working on opening up completely all the way.
Yeah. The best of the emoji wars we have.
If I were wrestling and being a foster parent or adopting, what advice would you give me?
I would say do it, because like what you're doing for these kids is amazing, and they know it, even though sometimes they don't show it, but they know it, and it's like, I don't know how people can't.
What advice would you give me, Jake?
I think you have to go into it knowing that, hey, you need to have some patience and work with these kids and just give your best of being loving and caring.
Yeah.
Just all these kids just need
They do.
is someone
Love.
to love it and believe in them. And that's the biggest thing that they're looking for, is just a sense of security. Just, I think kind of all of us feel that and want that. Is there so many kids in the foster care system?
There
I
is.
mean,
There
it
is.
needs more good families that's looking, that can just open up their
Yes.
houses and give a spot for one kid to make
Just-
a change, and they can change someone's life
Yeah.
by just
Just showing extra love,
Yeah.
just to that one kid
Awesome. That's
or
super.
multiple.
You guys are great, by the way.